Hi, I'm Chris Denman. I'm the band director for Chicago Christian High School.
And I'm Maria Luttjeboer, and I am the choral director at CCHS.
So welcome. This is our virtual open house. Hope you guys enjoy what you have to see and hear us do. We just wanted to tell you about our programs, about what we offer concerning our different ensembles, what our opportunities are, what our school has looked like pre-COVID-19, and then what we've been doing lately just to make sure that we're adjusting to all of those requirements. So we're going to talk about our classes first. So I teach concert band, first period class. It's always been first period class, and that's the only one that's during the school day. And then before school, I meet with independent study kids that can't fit concert band into their regular class, and then jazz band is a couple days a week as well.
And I teach concert choir and campus choir, and those meet during the day. Campus choir meets during third period, and concert choir meets during second period. I also teach 2 choirs before school. Women's chorus is on Tuesday mornings, and on Thursday mornings is chamber choir.
So just before all the COVID stuff hit, there are lots of opportunities that our students at the high school level have to perform. So we're going to kind of walk you through what a school year would look like based on our home concerts, the performances that are with things like ILMEA, as well as Metro conference bands and choirs and things like that, our collaborative efforts with musicals, and then what does the end of the year look like. So the very first thing that hits for the band especially is we start right into pep band season. So everybody that's in band is also in pep band and concert band that's in pep band. And we start playing for all the home football games. They're always Friday night lights, so it's a lot of fun. So that kind of kicks off our year. And then come usually October is we put on a separate fall concert for each. So the band has a fall concert, and just talk about your fall concert too, like if it's a thematic or what you guys do exactly.
Yeah, so for our fall concert, we usually include all the choirs. So women's chorus, chamber choir, campus choir, concert choir, and we often do some combined works as well. And often it has a theme to it. Last year, we actually combined with the Men of Accord choir and did a concert with them. And the kids love collaborating. So fall is kind of that time to collaborate or do a theme.
Yeah, and so our concerts too in the fall are very thematic. We brought in full jazz bands before to play with us, R&B groups to play with us. We've done School of Rock types of stuff where we're going through things like that. We've done movie tunes. So that's more of the thematic one because it's music that we want to put together quickly, and a lot of times we want to double that with stuff that we're working on for pep band. So normally we put on a fall concert. This year it's various different things. So we're working towards a remote concert. So we're recording. The students that are remote learners that are at home are going to have a chance to plug into that at home. And then we have a professional videographer that's going to piece that together. For Christmas, it's similar for the bands as well. Whereas normally it would just be in person, and we'd have a collaborative concert for Christmas that would be both band and choir. Also during this time we would usually go play for the Chicago Wolves, so our pep band style stuff would go play for them. But again, that has been moved. The football season for us has been moved to February, March. Basketball is going to be happening in November, and we have to kind of see as far as the IHSA regulations what that looks like. But most of the time we're playing for all of the home games for both boys and girls for the varsity teams on the weekends. This year we've added volleyball as well, just so that we can help to while it's winter and it's snow on the ground and that kind of thing. We can't really haul our stuff out during that time, just in case there's any football games we can't play at. But those are some of the accommodations that we've had to do. Concerning maybe just this would be a good time to talk about accommodations for our in-school learners and then for our remote learners. So in school, obviously, our classes look a little different. We've been moved for the high school. We've been moved to one of our gyms, so we're spread out in the gym, but we're doing normal rehearsing. And then choir is doing something quite different. So this room, which we're in right now, is usually a multi-purpose band and choir room, but it is only a choir room right now. And you want to talk about what you're doing with your kids in classes and stuff?
Yeah, so choir is a little bit different this year. We are doing, we're not doing as much singing as we would love to. because we're also not preparing for concerts like we normally do or would be able to do. So we are doing more theory and history, kind of splitting the class up so that we do sing a little bit, but still remain within the regulations that have been set for singing in classrooms. So we are exploring more theory, history, technique, that kind of thing. And I think the students are enjoying it, but hopefully next year we can get back to some more singing.
Now, I've witnessed this. So while you have your classes, what are your remote learners doing at the same time?
So our remote learners are doing the exact same thing that we are, and can participate. I actually try to put the video or the laptop there so that they can feel like they're participating in the class alongside of us. So when we sing, they see me at the piano, they see me conducting. So they're participating from home too, because their music is right online, which I've provided a lot of resources for them online. And then also we do a lot of online programs in which they submit their homework through that. So they can feel like they're still fully participating. But we do long for the return of our remote students.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got quite a few remote students in band as well, because of the limitations of their own laptops and sound quality and how big the sound is when you get a whole band going. It's impossible for them to participate while we are going. We don't do live streaming. So what I have is I have one-on-one private Zooms with them. And so we work through all the music with that, and they have a specific time every week that they see me, and they're going through music. All of our music is online, so they can print things out. There's constant communication between email and our on-campus messaging, that kind of thing. And then on Fridays now, which is also different for the school, normally it would just be in-person Friday, that kind of thing, but we have a remote Friday. So we have various things that we're doing then. So I have a big group, a couple of big groups that I meet during that time. It's all my flutes and then all my percussion, and we're able to go through Zoom stuff. I know that Ms. Luttjeboer and all the other staff here have other things that they're doing, whether they're Zooms or other check-in attendance pieces and things like that.
So usually we actually go to what's called a Metro Suburban Festival, which includes various schools from our district or our area. And we prepare some songs for that festival, and then we go to another school and perform for each other. There's also master classes where the students get to work with various professors from the Chicago area, which is a really neat opportunity for them to have kind of a college experience almost with some professional musicians. But the other thing too that we probably need to talk about is the musical.
Right, but and it depends on the time of year, but yeah, that's right. So our musical, which is something that we highly collaborate with. So I'm usually involved with a lot of the pit orchestra players that are involved. Maria is hugely involved in the choruses and training a lot of the singers with what they have to do and everything like that. And she physically conducts the shows, that kind of thing, so that we can have that. And then there's another director as well that does all the stage directing and things like that. And there's somebody on the producing side and sound tech thing. All of these are the staff of that are here. And then tons of kids are involved, and they're involved in not just being on the stage, but off the stage, either in the pit or in the sound crew, in the staging, in all kinds of stuff. And it's crazy, crazy fun. It's just awesome. And then I also bring in professional musicians that help to fill in those spots of the pit positions that are a little too difficult, a little too hard for our students here. But we typically do that in right around Thanksgiving time. We've also done that from time to time. We've done that in the late winter or middle of the winter. But it just kind of depends. This year, we're trying to figure it out. So if things start to open up and we get some crazy good developments with COVID and what we have to do, we could possibly do something in the late winter or spring, but we might have to table it until following years, which is really sad. If you want to talk a little bit about if there's something that I forgot about the musical, just the experience for your kids, and I mean, overwhelmingly, it's just always been positive. It's just been awesome.
Yeah. We really work hard to choose musicals to give a variety throughout the students' years. So last year we did Willy Wonka. The year previous we did Fiddler on the Roof. So we just try to create a variety of products so that when they look back over at their high school career, they can say they did a variety of musical productions. So this year, we have one planned, but we, Lord willing, may do it in the spring, but we'll see. But yeah, usually auditions happen right when kids come to school, and then we produce it or perform it, I guess, in end of November, beginning of December. So every year we have a choir show. The choir show is kind of a variety program. So we choose a theme every year. Past themes have been pop music, Broadway. Let's see, what are some of the other ones that we've done?
We've done Motown.
Motown, the Beatles. Yeah, so we really try to create a variety show every spring, and that happens in March. We bring in a choreographer that works with the students, gets them dancing, and the kids also are able to do solos, duets, small groups, so it's quite a fun event. This year I haven't mentioned what the theme is, but we always choose something different, so once again they get a variety throughout their high school career.
And that's also a chance to collaborate. So sometimes we've had student musicians from here. Sometimes I've performed with them myself, or we've had musicians just kind of from our networking and that kind of thing, professional musicians that have been involved too. But it's a blast. They're so awesome. Like every year is just a highlight for all of that. But yeah, just really, really cool. The band also participates in the Metro Festival. So it's a little different than the way the choir does it, is each band director handpicks 12 of their top students throughout different sections, and they go and form like a concert band and a super jazz band. They work with guest conductors all day, and then they put on a performance at night for the families and that kind of thing. That's usually up at Ridgewood High School, way up north, and it's just awesome. It's just an awesome day. It's very hard music. The kids just get so much out of it. It's very rewarding. We also, when it is running, we do the Vandercook Band Festival. So they have a college band festival where our bands would go and play in front of judges, very much like a middle school organizational contest and that kind of thing. And we're rated with that, and we get to work with different clinicians and stuff. This year would have been a band tour that we do in April, but we put that on hold so that when everything's clear that we can do that. And it's typically a Friday, Saturday, Sunday where we go usually across state. We spend a couple nights and we do fun stuff like a amusement park. We perform at a church. We do some sightseeing types of things and just fun things. And then both of our groups and various different things. We have a kind of within the band, we have a flute choir, but we also use praise teams, and then we've got singers and that kind of thing. From the choirs is normally we would be participating in church services and kind of helping out with those things. So that's also something that is pretty awesome that our groups do. Playing at chapel and performing at chapel is a big thing. We usually participate in November for Veterans Day. We do a Veterans Day assembly where the choir sings something and the band plays some different things. And we have a lot of veterans from the different areas come in, and they're part of that chapel. It's just a beautiful assembly honoring that. And then our spring concerts we should talk about. So our spring concerts are different for each group. Why don't you go ahead and talk about what the choir looks like here for spring?
For spring, we have, once again, another concert, just like we would in the fall. Often has a theme to it, and it's our 4 choirs again.
So and then for the band, it is a high school band concert as well. So a high school choir, high school band concert. It's usually a culmination of a lot of our harder stuff because they've had a lot more time to work on it. But just a beautiful time. And then graduation usually features the choir, right?
Yeah. So at graduation, I usually allow the students to choose one song that they found really meaningful this year that kind of enveloped the whole year. And then I choose one for them as well. And they sing that at the high school graduation. And last year, We weren't quite able to do that, but I'm hoping we can still record something for this year's graduation.
So thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate you taking the time to watch about the Fine Arts program here, the Fine Arts Performing program. Again, I'm Chris Denman, the band director. If you want to reach me, my email will be on the end of this, cdenman@swchristian.org.
And once again, my name is Maria Luttjeboer, and I'm the choir director. And you can reach me too, mluttjeboer@swchristian.org. Thank you.